There's a recoilless rifle sitting there.
It's got 10 infantry kills. Freaking martyr.
Wow. Stupid. So does the Jagdpanther. The Jagdpanther has 31 building kills?
Yeah, I was looking at that. What the hell?
That might be questionable.
I don't think it's killed 31.
It's still only single vet, so I mean, how?
They're calling more already in the middle because they really can't afford to have the Germans grab that. Oh, they got it though. 45 tickets for the British or the American allies. Sheesh. 254 for the Germans.
British medics are getting the airborne. Oh wow! Look at down south. The British are trying to re-dig in on that position. The Germans are not having any of that. But here comes the arty.
Look in the middle. There's like a fight between the commandos and the Chirp Vet Panzer Grenadiers, Assault Grenadiers. Oh, they both retreat!
Wow.
The medic's pulling one out.
And unfortunately for the German offensive down south, it didn't turn out well, and they've been forced back. Now the Allies are probably going to bring all... Well, the Allies are going to probably head up north now.
If they push north, all that German crap's gonna come down south again. Oh, they're gonna try to block off again already? They are. They're trying to put tank traps up. No, those are mines. Never mind. That's good. That's good. Mines are needed right now.
Uh-oh, and here comes the tanks. The Panther's fixed and is coming for another attack.
The British are trying to help in the middle, but they can't reinforce any of those units already at CAP.
Oh, it hits the mine the engineers were laying and nearly kills the squad in a single shot.
And now they're dead.
Americans are only at 12 of 51.
Wow. Oh no, the British lost their lieutenant.
I don't see how the British are gonna pull this one out.
Oh man.
The lieutenant's in the trench.
Really?
Oh, he's getting burned out. He's getting burned out. Look south.
Oh,
oh
no.
my god.
With that entire squad. Oh.
That is terrible.
He destroyed the trench too late.
The Allies are at 15 points. At
Oh,
it missed.
Commandos!
No, it didn't.
Around.
No, it didn't. It actually landed on two of them. And here comes another V1. Where's it gonna land? I want to see it.
Near the Muni. Near the Muni.
Oh, at the base.
Bloody hell!
Those ones were my favorites. God.
The British infantry just got decimated. Oh, and that's it.
GG.
I almost wish that was annihilation just so that we could see the Allies get destroyed, but oh well. Oh, man. And the Germans win 254 to 0, technically. Oh.
They wanted to get that. They got that last freaking V1 in on those 3 squads right before the end.
Let's take a look at the damage. Oh my goodness. They even took out that squad that had the Panzer Shrek. Oh, ho, ho.
Yeah. Some of the Panzer Shrek survived the explosion.
On my screen.
Yeah.
Look at all the poor giblets. Look at that shit.
That was ridiculous.
Wow. I'd say nice job by the Germans. Nice job. Even though at first it was looking bad, you know, when they lost center and they suffered all those casualties, they were able to rally and come back.
I really want to see what the stats were for the game.
Yeah.
I know.
They really should implement that feature, or some sort of feature where you can see the statistics afterwards, you know, just like the after-game follow-up. It really would be nice if they included that in the replay. Like how many guys, how many tanks you lost, how many infantry you lost, that sort of thing, like you usually see at the end of a game. It'd be nice to see that in a replay. That way we can gauge how badly things went down. But,
Oh, we saw.
yeah, we saw it. We saw. But, what were your thoughts? What what really made it go wrong for the Allies in this game, you think?
Well, with the amount of units they had in the field, they were not. They should have been a little bit more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
They
The
had
Americans especially.
British spent way too much on that RD, which, I mean, that was good. It worked, but they did not have any infantry. When they had 1,000 manpower, I don't know what they were doing with it. They had no freaking infantry, and at the end, I mean, the Germans had tanks, but they still had tons of infantry, and the British had nothing to counter that. I don't know what the Americans did for infantry, but oh, yeah, they
They
had a lot of
went almost
airborne.
entirely airborne squads with recoilless rifles. I never saw them
Yeah.
even approach pop cap. Like their pop cap, I think at the most was somewhere around high 50s, and I never saw them go over 30, which was just kind of a big problem. And their tanks were always getting shot out, you know? Like they never really had any real effective pushes outside of like mobs of airborne.
Yeah.
Yeah, mobbing tactics will only get you so far. I would have to say I would agree with that, and I also not pushing where, you know, in another direction. I mean, there are 3 different areas of contention you could have gone: north, center, and south. And they chose to continually attack the enemy where he's strongest, when they could have, using all those squads, they could have at least sent one guy to harass Cap where, you know, they know that's not where their strongest forces are at.
Part of the problem with that also was that the British player had all of his trucks to defend south. Like, that's where all of his trucks were, so he couldn't just let them have it, because then he would have been on the doorstep of their front line with his base. That would have been a problem. But, I mean, yeah, the harass Cap, just send a unit up there, like the recon unit, and just cap things.
Yeah, it's like they don't need an LT to move fast, so somebody needed to send some sort of harassing cap unit to cap those positions. And overall, I think the problem was that we saw several times the Wehrmacht would send Knight's Cross after them, and well, you know, airborne can only do so much against Knight's Cross. I mean, they're AT infantry. That's the problem with spamming just one type of infantry the whole time and not having a flexible variety of infantry to deal with various threats. It seems he left all of the anti-infantry capability in terms of infantry to the British player, but unfortunately his assets were mostly trying to deal with the South, like you were saying. I mean, that was the whole reason they were trying to block off the South in the first place, because they knew if they could just keep that, you know, as a no-go zone, and the Germans can't go that way, that they will meet them only where their strongest line is. But that Jagdpanther really threw a wrench in their plans, just smashed down all those buildings. And that's probably where he got like 31 building kills, because technically those things, those obstacles I think are considered buildings.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
I wonder if they
31.
makes me wonder if they figured out that Panzer Elite was tank hunters.
Well, they had to have
Use
known.
the Teller mines.
They had to have known if they were getting blown up by tiller mines.